Hey guys, Ironpine here on the ComradeSMP for yet another episode. It has been a long time since I have last recorded here on the ComradeSMP, and we are currently rocking about 7 frames a second for some reason. I do not know why that is, but I sincerely apologize for it. Anyways, we are here on the server tonight, and we are ready to get back into action. And I've just realized that these cows might be a significant portion of my frame lag here on the server. But let us get over to my house, and we will discuss our plans for today's episode. I'm going to go ahead and apologize up front if you sense any difference in audio. I'm currently playing in a room in my house that has little to no soundproofing, and is in fact more of an echo box. So I apologize if you hear any sound difference in today's episode. But anyways, I do not want to bore you guys any further, and so we'll go ahead and get right into the meat of today's episode if we can, as soon as we can file away our sugarcane. Anyways, it looks like we have a shulker box and a chest dropped off in our base. Let's see. Just a small thank you. Kuya. Oh, sponges and sea lanterns. Awesome. And more. Let's see. Thank you for letting me go through all your stuff and take whatever I like. Wow, well thank you very much, Kuya. That's very generous of you. Kuya has been working on an ocean monument. He's converting that into his base. And the other night, Kuya and I, or Muni Rider and I should say, went over there and helped Kuya with his project. And so it looks like Kuya is repaying us for our help with him. That was a really fun time over there. Kuya was live streaming, and Muni and I were hanging out with him during the live stream, and it ended up being a really fun time. And I gotta find a chest to file away these sea lanterns. I think I'll probably put them in here for now. We'll just do something like this. Bam, perfect. And we'll put the sponges right about there. That seems about right. Let's go ahead and file these papers up in our special trinkets box on the server, and then we will get right to work on today's episode. In today's episode, we'll be doing a little bit of work in the iron woods. We have plenty of things to be doing over here. Our base is far from complete, but I want to keep on building buildings here and not neglect the iron woods. Also, I want to spend some time over in the shopping district at some point in today's episode. See, this shulker box can be put in here, and looks like there's a book that I have for some reason. I don't know, I've not been playing much survival Minecraft lately. I played a couple UHCs recently, and I had a lot of fun doing those. I'll give you all a story about one of those UHCs I played here in a couple minutes. But I think for today's episode, we'll be doing two things, hopefully. First of all, or rather than saying first of all, I should just say what one of the things is. You'll notice over here in the area where the super chunk was, that we have that one building that we've been working on in the past couple episodes. And I want to complete a little interior for this building here. So you have a door on this building. I got a comment in the last episode from Sander Stoons that he mentioned we should put the doors on the inside of the blocks, which I think is a great idea. So we'll do that. When you look from the outside, it looks very nice and cool. So thank you very much, Sander, for the suggestion there. We will definitely take that into consideration. So we have this big interior room here that hopefully will carve a little bit out of this in the future. But I need to figure out something to do here. And I'm thinking I want to make a mess hall at some point in this room. We'll probably dig it out a good bit more, but I want to make a mess hall in there at some point. Also, if you remember, probably, I don't know, 10 episodes ago, I mentioned that over in this area, we would most likely build some little cottages and some guest houses over in Ironwoods, and we will be doing that, and hopefully we'll get to some of that in today's episode, maybe. But at this point, we need to go and help one of our other comrades. Promethean X left a message on the community, or not the community, but the server Discord chat, saying that he lost some stuff over in the overworld, and he would give whoever could find it 10 diamonds. I have a little piece of paper here that has the coordinates of the location of his stuff. And those coordinates are this: 470/63/6974. So these are the coordinates of Promethean's items. You can see we are quite a ways away from that. But I think it'd be good if we could go over there and help Promethean. I know how it is when you lose all your stuff. In fact, I am missing my Silk Touch pickaxe. I lost that when I was helping Kuya over in the Ocean Monument. I ended up losing my Silk Touch pickaxe. I think I lost my Elytra even. Which means that if we lost our Elytra, we may not be able to get promo stuff. Rats. I think Muni may have my Elytra in one of his chests, but he's not been on the server in quite some time. I don't want to damage this Elytra. So, rats. I guess we won't be able to get Promethean stuff right now until we have our Elytra. So maybe I'll send Muni Rider a text or something and see if he can give me my Elytra. Because I can't really do much on the server unless I have my Elytra. So, on to plan B. I should have thought that out a little more thoroughly. We're going to be doing a little bit of building in the Ironwoods. We're going to be building those guest houses that I was just mentioning. So I need to get a lot of wood and a lot of resources to build those guest houses. And they're going to be a lot smaller of a building than, say, my house. I mean, my main house here is giant. I'm thinking for guest houses, well, something about the size of my fishing farm. So I'm going to go over to my fishing farm and get some specifications of those, gather some resources, and I will catch y'all after that. Alright, so I've started to work on the first of our little guest houses here. And I've gotten just enough of the framework done to be able to hopefully successfully model this. And I'm just going to go ahead and kill these creepers for their gunpowder, because that's very useful for firework rockets, as we know. Let's get this second creeper interested. I figured y'all would probably like to see me try to fight some creepers on camera before we do some building. So there's your creeper fights for the day, guys. There's your creeper fights for the day. Anyways, alright, so we're over here where we've been building much in the past, and I have Ironpine 2 on the server with me as well. You can see he's on, but in spectator mode, and I have him over, whoops, wrong block placement, I have him over at my fishing farm, as that is the building that we are modeling here. And so as the episode progresses, I will be looking over at my second computer and making sure that we are following the procedure outlined by that computer in there. As you can see, we have a very narrow building right here, but that's the way that we want it, I guess you could say, or I would assume that's the way we want it. Now that I look at this, it seems awfully narrow. Let me go over here in spectator mode and see what's up. Yeah, that looks about right. Alright, yeah, we're on the right track here, guys. Just slightly off in a little bit. This should be some dark oak, it's looking like. And before any of y'all cry foul about me using spectator mode, normally I would have double monitors. However, the computer I'm using for playing Minecraft right now does not have double monitor capabilities, or at least I don't have the connectors for that. And so I'm just using my second account in spectator mode. It's nothing cheaty, it just saves me a little bit of time by having to take a screenshot and then have those screenshots on my second monitors. But anyways, in today's episode, while I build this, I wanted to have a little bit of a chat with y'all. And I'm really hoping that in addition to this chat, I can get some good feedback from you guys in the comments. First of all, I think I've asked this once before, but do you guys like episodes where I chat a lot, like this one is going to end up turning out to be? Or do y'all like episodes when I get a lot done and I don't really talk to y'all that much during the course of the actual episode? Please let me know what you guys think about that, and what's your philosophy on that. Would you rather me do talky episodes or non-talkative episodes? And please let me know that down in the comment section below, because that greatly helps me in my planning for my episodes. Because obviously my goal here is to give y'all content that you guys want to watch. Because if nobody wants to watch it, there's no real point in me making it. But anyways, as we're building this building here, I want to talk about one of the ultra hardcores I did this last weekend. So I'm not sure how many of you guys watch Hermitcraft and are familiar with it. Um, I am a big fan of Hermitcraft. I really love Azuma Void. He's my favorite of the hermits, and you probably already know that. But this past weekend, I actually had the opportunity to participate in an ultra hardcore with some of Azuma Void's patrons, as well as some of Tango Tech's patrons. Now, the way this came about is a very kind of roundabout and circuitous way. I was watching Tango Tech stream one day, and I came across one of his, or I asked him, if he liked to play UHCs, and he responded that he he liked him, but he wasn't that great at them. And anyways, long story short, I got hooked up with one of his patrons, who organizes some ultra hardcores among Tango Tech and Azuma Void's patrons. And this past weekend they had one of their UHCs, and 22 people participated, which was their biggest one so far. I think they'd only had one other than this UHC, and it was a blast. I was teamed up with Rack 1507. Now, um, if you're one of Azuma Void's patrons, or if you're familiar with his patrons, if you watch his subscriber UHCs or something like that, you will probably know who Rack 1507 is. He is one of Azuma Void's Twitch subs, who happens to be just excellent at ultra hardcore. Rack is a great guy. I would definitely recommend him. He has a YouTube channel, but he does not have any content posted on his channel at the moment. But anyways, this UHC was with some of the big shots, as I would like to call them. You had ACG 1000, one of Tango Tech's patrons, Nobby Nuts, one of Azuma Void's patrons, and some other guys. And I feel really privileged to be able to play UHC with these guys, because they are some of the real big shots in the Hermitcraft community when it comes to patrons. And several of the guys who I played this UHC with are actually participated in the Hunt the Hermit event that happened a couple weeks ago. So anyways, long story short on that, I got to play UHC with 21 other of these guys, and I was teamed up with Rack 1507. And Rack and I just had a blast. We had a little bit of a rough start, I'll grant y'all that, but once we got started, it was great. We ended up coming across a team consisting of ACG 1000 and dropped a base, and that was our first combat. We were enchanted, but we were only partially diamond armor, and thankfully we were able to chase both of them down and kill them. Rat got both of the kills on that one. Then we came across another team who was unenchanted, and I ended up with both of the kills on that one. So I had 2 kills, Rat had 2 kills. What happened was all the rest of the surviving teams in the UHC basically started to migrate towards 0-0, and Rack and I were already at 0-0. So as these teams would come across, Rack and I would just come up there and take them down, and obviously we'd get really good gear and stuff. We fought, I think one guy was several of them were enchanted. One team actually brought a polar bear to the fight, which was quite interesting. They actually boated the polar bear over from a taiga biome. And so after the day was done, I think I had 7 kills and Rack had 4 kills. We ended up winning the UHC just by our strategy of, as folks would come to 0-0, we'd dispatch them. And there were never more folks at 0-0 at one time than we could handle, thankfully. So it ended up going really good for us, and it was a very fun event. And I just looked over at Ironpine 2, the spectator account, and realized that I've been doing something wrong over here. I've forgotten to put these spruce stairs up here. But anyways, that was a really fun UHC with folks from Tango Tech and Azuma Void's communities, and I would love to do another one of their UHCs in the near future, and especially I would love to do another one with Rack, because it was awesome being Rack's teammate. He knows a lot about UHC, and he and I kind of clicked in that manner, because we were both very strategy oriented. And so I don't mean any of this to be boastful in any way. I just wanted to let y'all know of a recent UHC adventure I had that turned out to be really quite fun, actually. So let's see, I think I'll probably finish this house in today's episode, but then call it an episode there, because I don't want it to drag on super long. and I'm not sure how many houses I'll be building over here. That's something I have to figure out. I could probably fit 5 or 6 of them. Only problem is I have to build 5 or 6 of them, and that is much easier said than done. So it looks like at this point the roof will be the next little part of the project here. I will have to do a lot of terraforming. Shucks, we can just do this terraforming right now. I hate to cover this lake up, but I'm afraid it's going to have to be covered up. We won't forget that it's here, though, in case we ever were to need the lake for some reason. But yeah, let's just go ahead and cover this up, and then we'll get a roof on this thing and conclude the episode at that. But now that I've talked about the UHC, I want to talk about my recording schedule. And it seems like I talk about this all the time, but I really need to stop making promises about my recording schedule, because it's very hard for me to make a recording schedule and stick to it. Obviously, being a student, that makes it harder, as well as the fact that I don't get to manage my own time really. So both of those things contribute to the difficulty of keeping and maintaining a good recording schedule. But basically, it's been maybe a week and a half to 2 weeks since I last recorded an episode, and I don't really like that. But that may be how it's gonna have to be going forward here. School started for me yesterday, and so obviously I haven't gotten a whole lot of homework yet, but the homework will be pouring in before too long, and so I will be getting on that homework. I'm taking a nice load of courses this semester, taking differential equations, a physics 2 course, and American government, and these are all at the university or college level. Let's place these stairs. This takes some thought to doing it. But anyways, I am taking all of these courses, and they will inevitably be taking up a lot of my time. But I would still like to be on the server, and I'd still love to be recording. However, my time on the server will be very limited. This is the first time I've been on the server this week, and I may be on the server maybe once more this week or something. But my bottom line is I don't really have a lot of time to prepare for these episodes. I record, maybe a 20-minute episode or so, and generally speaking, a 20-minute episode will take maybe 30 minutes to record, and that's about all I have for it to take. And so episodes where I get a whole lot of progress done at one time can get to be very painstaking and take a lot of time, because if I was a top dog YouTuber, I wouldn't be just making one house in this episode. I would probably make 3 or 4 houses, all of these houses in a single episode. But being in my current situation, I can't really afford to do that. Just based on, I need some stairs. Based on the way that my recording schedule works, I record at night after I've finished all my homework and stuff, and so it doesn't take priority in my life. And it's not that it should at all. It should not be taking any priority in my life. Let's do this real quick. So I hope y'all understand with that, and I will be trying to get y'all some content out. I have grand plans for my whole base. Only problem is I have to execute those grand plans, which is a lot easier said than done. I want to build a little bit of a sea tower, like a lookout tower over in that direction. I want to build that big project that I've been talking to y'all about for quite some time. And let's see, what else is there? I want to finish this area. I want to build some shops up in our shopping district, which I don't know that I've shown that to you guys on camera, which I will have to do that at some point. Probably not in today's episode, but maybe in the next episode or so. I'll be able to show you all the shopping district. Promethean X has a shulker box shop, and as far as I know, that's the only shop that's over there. But I will have to go check that out. So I need to do some work over in there and get that area ready for more shops. Muni Rider and I were kind of hitting that project up, but Muni Rider is also a college student, and he doesn't really have a whole lot of time to be on the server either. Oh man, I don't have any dark oak logs or planks on me. Oh well. Anyways, before I start stumbling over all of my words and that type of stuff, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of a time skip, and I will finish this roof and catch you guys after that. Well, we are here inside of the house. I believe I have finished the exterior and most of the interior, although we do need to decorate these houses, but that might be a project for another day, I am believing. So we'll go ahead and we will throw back all of my unused items here that I can, which it looks like not too many of them can go in here. I may have to pull out a chest or something. Let's see, I don't have much wood on me, which is my fault. And nothing in there. Let's see, we might be able to, let's sabotage this chest. All that's got is some stone tools and the likes in there. But over the next several times that I play Minecraft, I will slowly be getting these houses and stuff put together, and we will be on the trail to getting this thing completely built. But it will take us some time. Like I was saying earlier in the episode, I don't have a lot of time to grind in Minecraft if I'm going to try to record episodes, and so that makes it hard on me for getting larger projects like this done. But anyways, I will slowly be working on that. It may take me a while. We may have another episode of me working on this stuff and just chatting. But I do hope you all have enjoyed this episode. And before we leave, I want to show you guys the Communal District, because I have not seen that in some time. I want to see if there's been any development in it. And I don't know if I've showed y'all that before. So we'll head over there in the episode. So there we go. And yes, you probably are wondering what's up with the Nether Hub. Promethean X redesigned it and put some packed ice down here. I think it looks great. It's definitely pretty fast and stuff. So a big shout out to Promethean for doing this Nether Hub area. It looks absolutely great. So we are headed down to the communal area, which I believe is right here. Yep. Bam. Here we go. And this is where the packed ice ends. Here we are. Yep. So this is the communal area. It's a little bit of a Middle Eastern town that Muni Rider and I have been working on. You can see we've gotten almost the entire wall of the city completed. If I had my elytra on, I would fly around and show you guys it. But it's looking pretty good so far. This is obviously the inside of the walls. The outside of the wall looks like this. And that's what we hope to make the inside of the walls look like here shortly. But it takes time to do this stuff. It takes grind time, and I don't have a lot of that right now, regrettably. Anyways, this is Promethean X's Shulker Box shop, and it's still 10 diamonds. Ooh, he sold a bunch. That's 50 diamonds right there. That's crazy. Here's my inner chest. I could buy one, but I happen to have 5 already and a bunch of shulker shells. So, oh, there's torches in this one. I would definitely buy some, Promethean, if you're watching this, but I don't really have the diamonds at the moment, and well, this is my shulker box. But once I get the diamonds, I will definitely be buying some from you. So at this point, I think I'm going to conclude the episode, although there's one more thing I need to show y'all, and that is the ice boat racing track. I don't know if y'all have seen this yet. Definitely you haven't seen it on my channel, but you may have seen it on one of the other comrades' channels. 7 of the 8 comrades built this probably 2 weeks ago. There's a big little boat track, and it was a huge blast to build. We used some of Promethean's packed ice, and everybody showed up, I think except Anders. He was busy doing something else at the moment. But this is our ice boat track. It's really fun. It's not 100% in functional order yet, but it's a blast. So at some point I'll have to do a collab with one of the other comrades over here. But I think that will about do it for me this episode, guys. Thanks so much for watching. And we're stuck on here. There we go. But thanks so much for watching, guys. This has been Ironpine, and I am out. I will catch y'all later. Whoa, grabbing some air. We're coming down, and let's see what happens here. Let's go. No, not into the Rainbow Road. Phew. Man, yeah, this is really fun, ain't it? Bam, one lap done. Anyways, see y'all later.